What's up guys, Schmidt here, welcome back to another video. Today guys, we're just gonna be doing a normal commentary. I've been kind of in a funk lately trying to play Call of Duty. It's just been hard to get into it. It's something I'll probably explain in tomorrow's video, but today we're just going to be talking about some more Black Ops 4 stuff going around. Some of it is a little bit of old news, but nonetheless, I want to bring it up and talk about it. So the first big bit of news today is, as you guys have probably heard, it sounds like that the multiplayer maps for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will be coming to us for free. It also looks like that the Season Pass model that they have had for the past number of years will be moving over to simply just zombies. So if you guys want the DLC Zombies maps, it will be available via the Season Pass. I'm assuming it's going to be cheaper, hopefully around like $30 for the Zombies players. To me, unless they end up bringing like 10 plus Zombies maps via DLC, I don't see how it would be worth $50 to people. Maybe I'm totally wrong though, we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, the multiplayer maps that we have been getting the last number of years via DLC packs and Season Pass will be coming to us for free this year, at least according to rumors. I think this is a big move. It's something I talked about in a video a little over a month ago, how they need to change this model. I just never thought they would. Being Activision and the money that they make on that kind of stuff, I just never thought that they would change it. But I feel like it is very vital this year, and it sounds like it's going to be coming. The big reason this is so important this year is because with the introduction of Battle Royale, so obviously with multiplayer in Call of Duty, every single year we start to get the player base split every time a new DLC pack comes out, because you'll have people that buy the DLC packs individually, maybe they buy the first one or two, and then they don't buy anymore, and then they have some packs and not others. Some people don't buy the DLC packs or the Season Pass at all, and of course some people have all the map packs, Season Pass, all that stuff, and just really divides up the player base on the kind of lobbies you can get into, because some people have all the maps, some people don't. And so after launch, it really splits up the player base, and for those people that don't want to spend the extra money on those extra maps, they also tend to just kind of give up on the game after a while, because, you know, they don't get anything new, and they also don't want to spend all that extra money to try and get just a little bit more additional content. So not only does it split up the player base, it drops a lot of players' retention into the game after a few months. But it sounds like Treyarch has been pushing really hard for Activision to give all the maps for free, to continue player retention, as well as not split up the player base, because as well with Battle Royale this year, you're going to have a ton of people on that mode trying that out as well. And so if you're able to give those standard multiplayer maps out for free, it's going to dramatically reduce the amount of splitting you do with the player base. It does sound like supply drops are returning though, big surprise to everybody, but hopefully they keep that stuff purely cosmetic like they have so far with World War II. And then all the DLC guns that they bring in are, you know, simple enough for everybody to get, whether they can be done through a challenge like Infinite Warfare, or some kind of salvage or armory credit material that we can use to purchase them. Or better yet, along with the maps, they just give those to us for free too. That'd be nice. In case you guys are kind of on the fence, don't really believe that Activision would do something like this, like give us free maps, it looks as though they've already been experimenting with this. So if you guys take a look at World War II, for example, they've given us Shipment 1944 as well as the Headquarters map for free. Now, they're not new maps. I mean, Shipment is just a remake of course, past Shipment versions. And the Headquarters is just the Headquarters, it's just playable in first person with the normal COD multiplayer. But they're just testing out with player retention, seeing if that brings a lot of people back and gets people to play stuff for a little bit, gets them to come back to the game just to try that new stuff out, because to them, if that actually happens with giving the maps for free, it sounds like they're willing to do that. And of course, we've also been seeing it with Black Ops 3, with Redwood Snow and Fringe Nightfall. Again, not new maps, but it has upped player retention and brought people back to the game. Of course, with Black Ops 4, we're going to be getting new maps. At least I'm assuming it would be all the new maps that we get that are going to be free. And so I can only imagine the amount of player retention that levels up. I mean, so many games, I've talked about it for so long, give out maps for free. It's about time COD starts doing the same. Second bit of news here, it sounds like I predicted, in a lot of other people as well, I'm not the only one, that Nuketown 4 is going to be coming to Black Ops 4. David Vonderhaar on Twitter was responding to a tweet from an employee of Treyarch saying, hey, remember when you made that Nuketown map, and then the second, and then the third, and the ... So it kind of alluding at that there will be a Nuketown 4 in the game, which I think a lot of us already expected. I'm hoping it's changed up and not just like a 2040, 2045 reskin or whatever the year this game's set in. I hope there's some good changes to it, but nonetheless, sounds like we are going to be getting Nuketown again this year. No big surprise. And finally, this last bit of news is regarding the Battle Royale this year. So a lot of people have wondered whether it's going to be first or third person. Vonderhaar has come out and confirmed that the Battle Royale will be in first person. I don't know if there will be a third person option, because as you guys know, they're going to be bringing cosmetic skins to the game to kind of play as your favorite character from the past, or whatever new skins they bring in, kind of like how Fortnite does the same thing. And one of the big advantages of being in third person is you can get to look at those skins the entire time. So being in first person, I feel like it's going to decrease the value of those skins if you can't actively see them while you're in the game, because it's kind of like getting the, you know, in Black Ops 3, how we got the specialist uniforms, or even in World War II, how we get the new uniform looks. You really only get to see those in the menus. They really don't matter in the actual game because you can never see them. I would really like this to be a toggleable option, similar to how it is in PUBG, to where you kind of start in third person. You can either switch it to first person, or you can just, you know, ADS and have simple shot mechanics like that. But it does sound like it's going to be in first person. I'm wondering how they're going to do this with the cosmetic skins. It just, to me, sounds like it's really going to devalue that if it's just standard first person. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel like the Battle Royale will play better in first person. I'm just unsure on how that's going to work with cosmetic skins. I just feel like the value isn't really going to be there. And finally, with Battle Royale, we have some stuff as to kind of what the map could look like, what the size of it's going to be, and some other stuff on kind of what we can expect for Blackout. So if you guys don't watch Drifter, he actually put a video together doing a very complicated mathematical situation to kind of figure out how big the Blackout map will be, and to give you guys the answers, at least of what Drifter figured out. Assuming it is 1,500 times the size of Nuketown, you know, either give or take a little bit, it sounds like it will either be slightly smaller than Fortnite's map, or just a little bit bigger, somewhere in that area. That was what he put together, just simply off the fact of it being 1,500 times the size of Nuketown. But then Vonderhaar just came out not too long ago and said that the 1,500 times size of Nuketown is a conservative estimate. So I don't know, it could potentially be bigger than Fortnite's map. I feel like it has to be at least the size of Fortnite's map if they're going to be introducing all the land, sea, and air vehicles into the game. Because Fortnite's map is pretty easy to traverse on foot. I'm interested to see how they do that or how big it ends up being. And finally, Vonderhaar also stated that this Battle Royale will be ready at launch. It will have one map exclusive to it at launch, and that they would not be doing this mode if they didn't feel like they could do it the absolute best and in a different and unique way to other Battle Royales we've seen. Obviously, kind of what you would expect to hear from a developer. Hopefully it comes true, hopefully it turns out, and hopefully it's got a good amount of players in it at launch, because if it's only got like 30, 40, 50 players in it at launch, I just don't feel like it's going to be able to grab enough attention right away. Hopefully it's got that 100-player count at launch, because I feel like if it doesn't, it's just going to dismiss a lot of its popularity right away. But I don't know, that's all the recent news we have so far on Black Ops 4 involving Blackout, Nuketown, as well as free DLC this year. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff down below. And we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to smack the Schmidt add a like button down below. If you guys are new and looking forward to more Call of Duty content, you guys are in the right place. Hit subscribe down below and turn those notifications on so you guys know when those videos go live. Hopefully you guys all have a good one. I will see you guys on another video. So long, everybody.